Hey, love, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new, we're so happy to have you here. Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live from Las Vegas. I go by Mel, and I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message for the tribe of love and peace and happiness. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. If you have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box. And the following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by spirits. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. All right. So we're starting off with the good tarot. I was guided to just pull the spread while we went through the intro. Bottom of the deck, the foundation for the reading is the Ten of Air. We have this angel, and she stands blowing these feathers away, okay? And that is giving the idea of something is done. There's grace in it. There's also the idea of making a wish, right? Whatever was thought before isn't thought anymore. Yeah. The book says, it's all up from here as I bless the ending. Grateful for the lessons I have learned that can free me from patterns and no longer serve me. I allow my circumstances to end with grace as I know something better can appear at any time. I am thankful that from now on I can respond differently to any challenging situation. So some self-perception, some self-awareness, there's been a shift, there's been a change. And you know, with the end of one thing begins another. And this is about the end of one way of thinking that lends itself to a new way of thinking, a different experience, a different idea, a different self-identity, a different mode of operation. Your MO is changed, baby. Your method of operation is changing, in the sense like you can't do shit the same way when you don't feel the same way. You can't respond the same way if the feeling has changed. You're not going to be something or some way that you had been before. You've shifted. And with this, we have the Queen of Water coming out in your position, tribe, saying you're highly receptive, you're aware, you're sensitive. You could even be feeling a little bit emotional with this change and transformation. But she has her eyes closed because she can feel things out. You pay attention to your feelings. It's saying you're paying attention to your feelings. Let me see what the book says about her. With the Queen of Water. I don't usually read the book with this set, but today they definitely guided me that we should. So it says compassion, emotional security, generosity, self-love, and self-care healer. I am comfortable in my own skin. I love, cherish, and nurture myself. I am the best friend to myself. My relationships with others reflect my security and knowing I am always worthy of love and respect. I heal myself so I can be the change I want to see in the world, and so my compassion can inspire others. So she's a very emotionally aware queen. Because of her emotional awareness, it makes her aware of spiritual guidance, and it makes her compassionate and nurturing and kind and gentle. She knows how her emotions could be tumultuous or peaceful, harmonious, and she knows what to do with her emotions and how to respond to her emotions, how to regulate. Thank you. They gave me the word regulate her emotions. So tribe, even though you're having some feelings, it's like you're knowing what to do with those feelings. Emotional regulation is a thing that allows you to navigate your physical experience in a more masterful way. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see the other side of the table. And I heard that this side is how Spirit is looking at you in this. And the Strength card. Yes, the Spirit is acknowledging your connection to Spirit and how you allow it to guide you so much in your physical reality. They are acknowledging how you hear the call of the divine and you respond accordingly. They are acknowledging that you are aware that you have power greater than what people might perceive because of your spiritual connection. And they're here acknowledging that you are a powerhouse as well. The book says strength and endurance. I can go the distance and know that everything occurs in divine appropriate timing. I have courage as I manifest and materialize miracles. When I allow Spirit to work through me, I am strong enough to move mountains and overcome any obstacle inside or out. Yeah, this is like with the divine on your side, there's no weapon that could be formed against you. Like what challenge can you not meet? There you ain't found one yet. That's what I heard. You ain't found one yet. You can meet all the challenges. Okay. Let's see, the connection right now is the 3 of air. I did mention that you were going through some emotional stuff. The 3 of air traditionally is a card of disappointment, sadness, pain, right? The tribe has gotten the download years ago that it is the truth that hurts like a bee but sets you free. And in this particular image, there looks like some sadness to a connection that is behind, because the 2 little birds are in the tree behind, okay? This one angel, she's turned around, and then she's got another little birdie on her wing. The little bird sits up on her wing. So let's see what the book has to say about this one with the 3 of air. It says silver linings, natural departures, rejection is God's protection. A third party helps me to see the truth of this situation. What is truly mine can never be withheld from me. Rejection is Spirit's protection. It's in my best interest to let go and allow for something better to take its place. It is my highest good to see the truth regardless of my temporary discomfort. This too shall pass. Some of you are having this experience with the Leo. They did show me that while I was reading the book for you as well. They experience with the Leo where it's like, oh man, that's so sad that you're not here. Or some of you, there's a Leo person who is projecting onto you. I see this person yelling at you. I see this person baring their teeth at you while they don't have to do all that. That's really unnecessary is what I'm hearing. That's really unnecessary. But somebody doesn't have any emotional regulation. There's somebody here who's angry with your tribe because it's like the power inside of you is triggering the heck out of them. It's like your self-awareness disturbs their peace. Lord of mercy. Your emotional regulation. This is like legit. This is reminding me of a time where I really was so emotionally chaotic inside, and I was yelling at somebody, and this person just stayed calm. And the more they stayed calm, the more mad I got. And I specifically remember, this was I was probably 20 years old, but I specifically remember telling that person, like, I'm so upset. How can you just be sitting there like it's nothing, like you just don't care? So somebody is perceiving that you don't care because you refuse to fight with them. That's what I'm seeing. Somebody sees you like you don't care because you won't fight with me. Like they're used to fighting. And because you don't respond that way, they don't know how to take that. And, you can't do anything about that. You really can't. You can go down with them if you want to, I hear, and fight with them too. But let's see what you need to know on this. We have the Ace of Air. You need to know that you're reading the situation right with your intuitive and empathic nature with this Queen of Water. You are reading the situation right. You see the truth in this situation. And is that why they're projecting? Is that why they're growling at you and baring their teeth at you? Because, there's no gaslighting isn't working, lying isn't working, control tactics and manipulations aren't working. The things that they are trying to get a response out of you with are not working because you're staying in your peace, in your calm. You're not being disturbed. You're actually showing up as extremely unfuckwithable and unbothered right now. Interesting. I love the way Spirit is able to communicate different messages to us using the same freaking cards. Ace of Air in the book, it says, destiny and fate, the law of karma, powerful forces of transformation at work, synchronicity, meaningful coincidences and forces beyond my human control are opening in my life now for the highest good. Things are happening now with great velocity. I can expect quick results that will lead me forward with excellent information. Yeah, the Ace of Swords is the new idea. And with the Ace of Air, with the 10 of Air below the deck, like whatever you thought was not it, now you know what it is. Now you know a new truth. Whatever idea you are believing in, whatever thought process it was, like you went through the whole gamut. They're giving me the word gamut on that. You went through the whole process. There's no believing what you thought before. This is like where the truth becomes so clear that you can't return to the illusion anymore. You can't act like you don't know once you know. The facts speak volumes, I hear, okay? In the guidance position, you're showing up with the 10 of water. Oh, yeah, enjoy. And in this case, just enjoy, you know. This is a happy ending, no matter what it appears to be. I hear a happy ending. We have the happy Buddha, the laughing Buddha with the string of pearls, okay? A happy laughing Buddha. Oh, be the happy laughing Buddha, babe. Because a Buddha is not a religious figure. A Buddha is a spiritually awakened being. Yeah, so be the laughing Buddha, babe. Be the laughing Buddha. I love it. In other words, enjoy. He's saying to me, enjoy. Enjoy. Be happy. Things end when they are meant to. I hear things end when they are meant to. Let's see what the book has to say about this 10 of water. It says serenity, peace, good fortune, and well-being. All is well with the world and with me. Well-being is my natural state. Everything I need comes to me easily and effortlessly. I feel joy and express it to others as I look around and see all the love that we share. I take pleasure in all I have accomplished. Whatever attention I receive or don't receive, I am serene. For I know full well what it took for me to get where I am. I celebrate myself and all who traveled the road with me and feel grateful to Spirit for being my companion always. The 10 of water, 10 of cups energy is also, happy relationships, happy ending type of relationships between you and other people. It's where the joy that you have inside is shared with other people, right? Anywhere where somebody is not communicating with you, that's to allow space for your peace. That's allow space for your joy. Anyone who can't be a part of that is removed. Anyone that can't be in alignment with your joy, with your peace, with your harmony, with your truth, they're being removed. And that could be a sad goodbye, but at the same time, like, you can't just hold on to something just to be holding on to it when you can see that it's counterproductive, is the way Spirit is giving me the words. Counterproductive. I heard counterproductive to your peace, counterproductive to your love and peace and happiness. We let it go. Oh, you don't like it around here? Okay. And I even see somebody who's holding back communication. Like, this is somebody who used to communicate with you a lot. And some of them, it wasn't necessarily an attack mode that they growled their teeth at you. But I see one of the things is somebody doesn't know how to save face. So, they're pulling back. I see somebody's not communicating with tribe because they don't feel right about what has happened. Like, there's some projection has been thrown your way, and they're just sitting with it like, well, damn, now how do I recover from that? They don't know really what to do. So, it's like in hindsight, after they already said or did something, they realize like, damn, what did I do? Fuck, that sucks for me. And I see that while you're over here, I do see, tribe, like you're receiving love, and I see somebody's remembering when you were giving them love. I see somebody is really thinking about how you brought a lot of positive energy to their life, and some sort of, I hear reaction that they had. I heard it was a nuclear reaction. Okay, whatever that means. It was, oh, okay. It was a nuclear reaction, and the way they're giving it to me is that something at their core had to change. And so that's why there was a nuclear reaction in them. Okay. And so they're having to sit now with what has come out in that. Somebody is having to sit with what has come out in that energy. So we're going to go into our wild unknown archetypes cards, and we're going to layer this up like we do and see what else Spirit has for us today. So let me see the tribe with the Queen of Water, please, and thank you. And tribe, you have the siren coming out in your position. If you know the story about the siren, her song is so captivating that the sailors, they will do whatever it takes to get to her, to that voice, to get to that sound, and it makes them drive themselves into their own destruction. Like basically, they drive themselves into their own destruction. Is the way it's coming through. All right, we're gonna go to the book. The siren, the temptress, the seducer, the femme fatale. The siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad or somewhat irrelevant, it's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option. Unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we can come to live more fully on the surface. So try this situation, I did talk about you could be feeling some emotions, and with the siren being a water being, it's like, is this emotional call causing you to explore the depths of your own emotions? Well, I do see that you make it reemerge with the Ace of Air and the Ten of Water, if this is you. But more than that, I still feel like, tribe, the way your energy is set up, you call in people who need a freaking change. So I see you wondering, like, what's with these curious creatures I keep attracting? Like, what's this one all about? Right? Like, you're just like, what the heck is going on? These people are so rando. These people are so different from me. Why do they want to come and talk to me when I'm out in public? Or, you know what I'm saying? Why do I keep attracting these randos, these weird, you could be thinking all kinds of names about them. But the fact of the matter is, when you do manage to call these different ones in, it's because they're ready for a transformation, is the way I'm seeing this, right? And it has something to do with the self-exploration work that you have done. Let me see the strength card on the other side of the table for the tribe, and also in how Spirit is seeing you. This is interesting the way this other side of the table is playing out today, because as I was getting ready, like I usually just leave it as the other side of the table and leave it there. But today they said, yeah, the way Spirit is seeing you. So, okay. And then they're giving me both. The shadow is in reverse, baby. Okay, I love the way they're talking dualistically on the other side of the table, because they're giving me how Spirit sees you, but they're also giving me the perspective and perceptions of other people on the other side of the table. Not just how Spirit sees you. Spirit sees that you're in your power because, baby, you have done your so much shadow work. Like, you know your shadow in and out. You know your shadow intimately. I heard there is shit nobody can tell you about your shadow that you don't already know and haven't already explored yourself. And again, this is, like I said, you draw people in, and this shadow in reverse is like, This is the weirdness. This is the, what the fuck is that? Like, what are you? And what are you here for? Energy. Yeah. But they can't, it's like they feel drawn to you. They don't know why. And they don't all have to be completely like weird like that. Some of them are weird in a positive way. They're just at a different place in where you are with it, in a sense of like, some of them have certain levels of awakening, but they're ready for more. That's why they be drawn into you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the shadow is here in reverse. They want me to go ahead and read that. Are we gonna just read every card that comes out today from the book? Lord of mercy. It says, the unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied. Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. And find support for this deep inner work and move toward the shadow with patience and compassion. And I love that they touched on the fact that it's like you can't deny it. Like I said, you've come to know your shadow intimately, tribe. And that's why you draw this out of other people, like without even trying, just for existing, bro. That just for existing. Like other people that come around you, like they can't help but notice the difference between you and them, the way you carry yourself, the way your views are for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they're like, oh my God, you're so pretty. And you're like, I know, right? And they're like, inside, that highlights the fact that inside they're like, I'm so ugly. I don't feel pretty at all. I feel too this, that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a very general surface, but it's also very common. Anywhere where you know what you are, what you look like, and you carry yourself well because of it, and then people notice you from it, like, absolutely. Some other folks don't even know how to handle that because of the fact that they don't talk to themselves like you do. This is giving the energy of somebody who is true by you, because this person could talk very, like, they beat themselves up with their words. They tell themselves shit they would never tell another person. And that's extremely self-defeating. That's extremely self-abusive, self-corrosive. They're even giving me the phrase self-corrosive. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Corrosive is like acid, right? It deteriorates. Somebody is breaking themselves down. I heard maybe they're in the cocoon phase. Okay. Are they in the cocoon phase? Because, you know, in the cocoon phase is where the caterpillar breaks itself down to emerge a butterfly. So that's a possibility here and a probability here, whether they recognize it or not. That's what Spirit's showing me. So let's go to the Three of Air in between. And what do we have? The Bardo. Looking like a whole death up in here. It's a transition. We have what appears to be an eye, but all around the outside is a death of these skulls that surround. Okay. Again, this is a confirmation for me that this is a connection about transformation. And is that what that Ten of Swords is? That Ten of Air below? Is this where something you say, and I don't even feel like you're in this conversation that I see happening here. I see that whatever you're saying is more of a self-acknowledgement, a self-truth. This is like you speaking your truth, but you speaking your truth causes somebody else to see. They have a reaction based off of you speaking your truth. Because the truth that you speak resonates with them enough that this change, they're realizing like where they've been torturing themselves, where they've been disrespectful to themselves, where they are at fault or accountable or responsible for whatever the experience has been, anywhere where they've given their power away. Did you say something? Somebody you did. I see it. Somebody you did. You said something about, like, oh, I don't give people that. I don't give my power away to people like that enough to care what they think about me. Boom. That was mind blowing for somebody, because they always worried about what the next who had to think about them. They're always worried about somebody else's impression of them, how people are going to respond, and what do they think, and so you're saying that is like a death blow to this person's idea, because I hear right as you're saying stuff like this, they're just admiring the way you are, and then in their brain it finally clicks, like, oh, well, they're like that because they literally don't give a flying fuck about anybody else's opinion about them. They just exist unapologetically in their truth. Oh my God. And I'm always trying to find validation. I need approval. I need to call my cousin, brother, sister, mother, best friend, childhood friend, my partner. I need somebody fucking approval before I make a decision, before I put this outfit on and go out, before I date this person, before I make this career move, before I whatever. It's like, this person won't. Well, what do you think I should have for dinner? I'm like, what? What? And I feel like those are kind of extremes examples, but it's giving an idea of what this person's consciousness is like. And then here you come, like, oh no, I just make my own decisions. I do what the heck I have to do, and I don't really care what anybody else thinks, yeah. Oh, all my friends, they wanted to go over there and have dinner, and I decided I wanted this, so I let them go over there, and then I'm gonna meet with them later. So I came over here by myself. It could be something like that, and then this person's like, "Wow, I would have never did that. I would have went to this place where my friends wanted to go, even though I don't like it, because I need my friends' approval, and I need to hang out with them. I would have forced myself to eat that shit." And then they're like, psh, mind blowing, like, dang. And where else have I been giving my power away to somebody else? Again, the example is, if you ask me, pretty fucking lame, but whatever. It's the example as it came through. Let's go into this Ace of Air over here and see what else they have for you, tribe. And it's the empty room with the Ace of Air. And this empty room is speaking to me, and it's saying, again, this is your validation. You could stand alone in an empty room and you can make a decision, and it's like, when it comes to your knowing about you, this is like, I don't care what anybody else has to say, but they really want me to read on this one here. So let me see. What do we have with card number 42? And flipped right to it. The vortex, the abyss, the nothing. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness. Be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. I do see anywhere where this person, some of you, this person is triggered because, oh, you were fine to go do shit by yourself. You didn't need them to come along. You mean you went without me? I really wanted to go. Well, you should go. Yeah, but I wanted to go with you. Yeah, but, oh, see, I went. I went by myself. I did it alone. And then I hear, I did it my way. Okay. But you went alone. You did it on your own. Somebody here is having a shocking revelation. It's like, well, this person, I hear this side of the table, and somebody's personal experience, somebody saying, well, I just need somebody to have my back. I just feel like I need a support system. I just feel like I need somebody to be there for me. And you're like, oh, no. That's a false calling. I went down that path before. It took me to a whole bunch of transformation. It took me to change. And I actually have learned to be good with me. I don't need, I actually more need to be by myself than I need to be with people. I don't really fucking like people. Somebody, I hear you saying, I don't even really fucking like people. Okay, I mean, that's one perspective. But it's really different than this person's perspective. Okay. Yeah, I just see like, that you don't need the room to be filled with all these people for their attention, their validation, their words. This is also an ability to be silent with your truth. Like, let's say this person is going and saying all these projections to you. Let's go back to the angry version of whoever was over here. Because if they're sitting there saying all this shit, it's like you keep your lips shut. You're like, I don't have to see anything that they're talking about because I can't see that in me. Now, I don't see none of that in me. But you just let them vent. Why? For whatever reason you decide to let them vent. But while they're busy projecting all this hurt towards you, they're literally projecting hurt towards you. Why? Because it's like you've changed, and they have not. And so the hurt they're projecting at you, they think it's going to make you feel some type of way. But when in fact, when they do this, what actually happens is in your own mind, you sit with your own truth. And while they're busy telling you, well, you ain't this, you ain't that, you're telling yourself, I am this and I am that. And I know what I am, and this could be, I see this in somebody's experience happening very silently in your head. And while you just sit and you're just like inside, your highest awakened self is just laughing their ass off at this. Like, this shit is comical. Everything they're saying is so fucking calm. I can't believe that they're saying the audacity. And even on the table, the laughing Buddha's vision seems to go right over here toward that strength card. And like, laughing Buddha is like, oh my God, you're so fucking hilarious, bro. The shit that you're saying. Well, you this and you that. And that's just supposed to actually hurt your feelings. But the problem is, you know yourself. You know when you were like this and like that, I heard, but you know that you're not like this and like that no more. And if they can't see you, that's not your problem. Let me see what that 10 of water with the laughing Buddha. We have the Father. The Father. The provider, the protector, the guardian. Yes, you guard your peace, you guard your happiness. This shit is comical to you. Like, again, so comical. I'm surprised the comedian didn't come out, because this deck does have a comedian card. If it's at the bottom, I might act a fool. I'm just saying. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what the book has to say about that Father energy, because Father is, that's your masculine. That's the one that's supposed to provide and protect you. That's supposed to be daddy. He's supposed to go out in the world, come home, take care of the kids. Oh, let me see. The great father, the masculine, the protector. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and many wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here, yet gone, the champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. And so there is that energy there also in this, with this father, and the outcome energy for you, a guidance energy for you is like, understand that people are going to love or hate you. And it really, for you, it shouldn't affect your laughing Buddha energy. You should still be the laughing Buddha. They're going to love you. They're going to hate you. It don't really say much about you. It says more about them. They're going back to the projections from this other side of the table, personified, talking about how, they will often project so that they can hear the words coming out of their mouth in their frontal lobe. because it's only when the information is in the frontal lobe that it can then begin to be processed consciously. So some of you tribe are causing ones to delve into their shadow because they can't get to your shadow. It's like somebody in your face trying to poke a bear out of you, and it's like all they get is mellow puffs. And I see the Pillsbury Doughboy, how they poke him and he just giggles. It's like that. That's totally the energy of this reading. Like somebody's poking at you and you just giggle. It's like, oh, that's funny, that tickles. Meanwhile, they're trying to poke the fuck out of you. No. You become a shadow figure to them in a sense because of the fact of their ideas as they look at you, right? So it's great. It's like you're showing somebody their darkness, and you're not even have to do nothing. You just have to be yourself. Say the laughing Buddha. Remember that their approval means nothing at all. You don't require their approval. I don't feel like I need to remind you of that. I feel like you're very well aware of that, right? And I feel like also I can sense, tribe, that you already are aware that people have these weird ass responses to you. Maybe you wanted to understand more about that, and that's why this reading has come about. Because you're like, what the fuck? Why are these people always so fucking triggered when I come around? Why does everybody act so weird and respond with these limited vibration, limited consciousness, limited viewpoints when I'm just so like expansive? Like, why is it so hard for folks to see? Oh, because you're actually here to trigger this shit in them, babe. You are here to trigger this in them. Okay, okay, bottom of the deck. No, they said do the fucking Bardo first. Okay, hold on, I'm doing it, I'm listening. The Bardo, practically immediately flipped to the page, which is the center and the energy in the center here. It says the liminal, the in-between, the transition. It is said that the Bardo is a place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us or see visions of lives not yet lived. In the Bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. The Bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. Yeah, absolutely. This is a space through which souls pass. This is an energy where it's like, you're going to have to go through this whether you want it or not. That's kind of like the message to whoever on the other side of the table. It's like you should come with a warning label right there on your forehead. This is warning. Will cause rapid spiritual enlightenment. Will trigger rapid self-awareness. Will trigger profound identity shifts. Yeah. That's the energy, tribe. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck here. The one card it's saying the same thing to me again. The singularity in you doesn't allow them room or space to cause division in you. The one. Let's go back to the book. They're really on me to read the freaking cards from the book today. They've been doing that more and more. There's been a lot of times where we don't read from the book at all, but yeah, lately it has not been. Hold on, we way past 30, baby. Let's back it up. Oh, we gotta back it up? Okay. I heard, because I'm the queen of talking shit and backing it up. Is that what the fuck it is? Like I said, okay. So you said something like, I don't care about what other people think about me. So then, of course, somebody wants to test your gangster, and they're like, well, let me say some things about what I think about you and see how much you don't care. And they can't get nothing but a giggle out of you. Oh, my goodness. And so then, now they're pissed because they done pissed themselves off, right? They done pissed themselves off trying to poke at you. The one, non-duality, one love, unus mundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet, when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. And that's one of the places that you have been. You have been in that place where you know that, oh yeah, this is everything and nothing at all. I'm everything and nothing at all. These people are everything and nothing at all. It's like there is this awareness in you that is more profound than what most people's level of self-awareness is, because you've been in that space where you've seen from such a zoomed out perspective who and what you are. Okay. We got the Wild Unknown Alchemy cards out now. The Wild Unknown Alchemy. So let's see Tribe's energy again as we layer this down some more, please and thank you. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. What do we have coming out in the Tribe space? Oh, the alchemical wedding. This is one of the reasons, again, for the singularity within you, the non-duality. It's like once you went into the one energy, once you had that final perspective, it's like, this is very much I don't need to battle what is. I don't need to fight the differences. I just need to see how to integrate everything. This is a spiritual process. Again, like Tribe, just like the shadow card, like you've gone so much into your shadow. It's giving me a scene from the movie 8 Mile. Maybe I need to watch that again. But a scene from the movie 8 Mile where he grabs a mic and he does his freestyle. And he's like talking all the shit about himself. He's talking all the shit about himself in this freestyle rap that sounds so fucking cool. And then at the end, I don't remember his exact words, but it was something to the effect of like, now tell me something I don't know about myself already. And he drops the mic and everybody, oh my God, the whole crowd is going fucking insane because he just tore himself down to the fucking core about himself in front of everybody. And when he did that, it's like he took all their ammunition away. Because, in them rap battles, that's all they do is get up there and talk shit about each other. But he went up there and he talked all the shit about himself, spoke his truth fucking boldly and unapologetically. And then there was no more shit to be talked about him. And that's exactly why he won the rap battle. Right? That's what this feels like. Okay. Let's see what the book has to say on this one. And it's card number 40. No, I'm sorry, card number 60. Thank you. I stand corrected. Okay, card number 60. Yeah, sometimes oh, that's card number 40. Sorry. Here we go. Hieros Gamos. Hieros Gamos. Alchemical wedding. Ritual, celebration, uniting. All hail the alchemical wedding. The laboratory morphs into a dreamlike dance floor, and all your allies, fellow alchemists, and ancestors are here to witness the celebration. What was once lost has been found. What was once denied has come fully into the alchemist's embrace. The work is often felt as serious and studious, but the alchemical wedding is a moment of levity and lightness. When this card arrives, it is of utmost importance to mark the occasion. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Honor and acknowledge those who have helped you along the alchemical path. You have come so far. Energy radiates from the uniting of opposites and the redrawing of life's blueprint. The new form has arrived. The unknown has become known. You'll be back to your existential queries and tinkering ways in no time. Now the work is to revel in the miracles. It is talking literally about the integration that we talked about. Like, you know yourself profoundly. You've gone to the depths of yourself. I'm so glad that Eminem 8 Mile example came out, because that's pretty much a very, physical, real world way to explain this process. It's the integration that is happening, that has already happened, that you carry, right? It's the integration that you carry inside of you because you ain't afraid of you, not of any of your experience. This is somebody, tribe, you're showing up as a person who knows what you've been through and knows that it was all a very necessary part of the formula to create the awesome creature that you have become. To stand in this empowered consciousness, to stand at this level of self-awareness. It's like somebody over here could have, like I said, from their limited scope of consciousness, they could be trying to tell you who you are, what you're about, what you did. But that's from their perspective. I mean, we're not going to develop a date. That's true. That's their truth. You did this to me. You made me feel that way. You did that, and that hurt. Okay, well, we're not going to validate their experience. That's how they feel. But to us, that shit is really comical because we know ourselves. So when we have some sort of emotional reaction to another, we're not giving them power. And you're probably half the reason you sitting up there giggling like you are is because, oh my God, I don't even want your power like that. Why are you giving me all your power, bro? I have the power to make you feel some type of way. I have the power to hurt your feelings. I have the power to affect you that much. Bro, and you could be saying to yourself, why are you giving me all your power? I didn't ask for it. I don't even want it. I don't even need it. Like, I'm empowered on my own. This shit is comical. And that's what actually people are doing when they're making you responsible for their emotional responses to you. Is they're trying to belittle or demean or make you take accountability for something. But at the end of the day, they're giving you their power. Like, you have more power in their life than they do in their own. That's not what you wish for them, but somebody is actually there. Let's see what the well-known alchemy says about that side of the table. Your sugar is in reverse. Spirit's like, yeah, sugar, sugar. Okay, so remember that this side of the table is talking not only about Spirit's view of you, which is like a different spin off of the way this spread has been speaking lately, but it is. But it's also talking about other people's perspectives all at the same time. It's really interesting the way it's playing out. But literally, Spirit is saying, hey, freaking love you. I love the way you learn how to put some sugar to your shadow. This is why you're so empowered, because you put love into those parts of yourself that were denied. Just like the book said over here, what was denied is now accepted, right? You integrate it. The parts of a person that are so rebellious that they're like, oh my God, you hurt my feelings, and they want to throw all this stuff out. That's just part of their self that is seeking some attention from themselves. Well, you gave it what it wanted. You gave yourself in your shadow energy what you needed so that you can be able to be a fully integrated being. That's why you're showing up with the alchemical wedding. And again, I told you that this person over here, they're showing me that that's one of the reasons why this person is looking for external validation so much, is because their internal conversation is very self-destructive. Again, acidic, corrosive, right? Self-abuse is going on here big time in this person's consciousness. They're drawing all their power from what other people think about them, and that's exactly the opposite way of what you operate. Like, what you think about me has no reflection on who I truly am. But this person is exactly the opposite. They go home, and if they weren't well received, or if nobody tried to interact with them, and nobody made a big deal about their hair, their clothes, the way they showed up, if they weren't the center of the conversation, or whatever it is, there's something here like that where they show up that way, and you know, they feel even worse when they get home. And they use that as a way to give themselves a permission slip to, again, demean themselves, belittle themselves, self-abuse themselves. But are they aware yet? Are they yet aware? They're not showing, are they? I don't think this person is yet aware. They might be learning. It's possible that they could be learning while they sit with themselves and their thoughts. Maybe they picked up something, maybe it stuck, but the fact of the matter is, it's not showing whether yet they are aware that, you know, all those internal self-views and those abusive self-conversations, oh, you can't see nothing but that when you go out into the world. And then I heard, put a little bit of love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. Okay, that's the energy here. If this person could put a little bit of love in their heart for themselves, they would have a better experience in the world. That's why you have a better experience in the world, and you can walk and sit up here as a laughing Buddha, and you could see whether somebody's living in from their shadow, whether they've integrated their shadow or not. And it's like a big cosmic joke. I heard it's like a big cosmic joke. It's like the universe is always playing a joke on you, because you can see so much about a person. And the more you know yourself, the more instantly and easily you will be able to know the others, is one of the things that I'm hearing. And so, you know, this is not to say better or worse, again, because we're not in that level of duality. That's a very base level of duality. This is just about like, oh, so you haven't gone through that process yet. Okay, that's fine. Well, you know, go ahead. You need a vent, baby, go on ahead. I'll listen to you. You can tell me, please tell me about myself type of. It's like, oh, you want to go in on it? I'll listen to you. You want to vent? I'm a great listener, and you just let them go off. I heard you're not offering many opinions. You're, again, with the closed lips and closed eyes. As somebody's going off, your closed lips and closed eyes. Like, yeah, I don't have to see myself the way that they're projecting onto me. I'm going to do them the favor, and I'm going to shut up. And I'm going to let them say what they need to say so that their frontal lobe can hear it coming out of their own consciousness, in their own voice, with their own ears. They hear it audibly, and so that they can process that in their frontal lobe. As it's like this person, whatever they're spewing, it's like they're just showing me like it's spinning inside of themselves. They're showing me a vortex of a swirl of energy that's just self-contained, extremely self-contained. I see all of you tribe in our comments having the best conversation. I love it. Thank y'all for holding this energy all around the world, baby. We go worldwide with you every time, and I love it. All right. Let's go over here. In the connection we have, ooh, calcification. Calcinatio. Okay. Calcification. So interesting. Calcification, it immediately showed me something. And that was like, okay, so calcification of the pineal gland is the way it's coming through. And it's also showing like calcification of the true self, of the empowerment, of the self-awareness, of the accountability. This is like calcification of a lot of stuff. And it's because hard water has run through the pipes so much that it built up the calcification, right? Calcification is that white stuff that be on your faucet head. Yeah. And it's hard as a rock, right? And it also happens inside of your consciousness. Your pineal gland can become calcified, and they put a lot of stuff. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole today, but you could do research about the stuff that they put into the things that humans consume that were with intention will cause calcification of the pineal gland, and why do they want to do that and all that stuff. But it looks like this with the bardo here and the calcification and the three of air. Again, this is a connection meant to address anywhere where the consciousness has been hardened to the facts. See, when the pineal gland is calcified, it doesn't pulse like it's meant to. Like Spirit always shows me, it's supposed to be supple, it's supposed to pulse. But if it's got a hard crust on it, it's not able to do what it's meant to. And so, yeah. Oh, I heard, and that's why their energy is so acidic and so corrosive. Because eventually at some point it's like they're going to force themselves into this breaking point where that calcification is going to come off. They do want me to read the book again on me about it. They want me to go over here to sugar in reverse, card number 31. And it says, sacred sweetness, pleasure, attraction. Oh, how sugar dances on the tongue. No matter how intellectual and scholarly our pursuits, sugar reminds us of our longing for simple pleasures. Until the 12th century, our need for sweetness, it is, after all, one of the 5 essential tastes in Ayurveda, was fulfilled by raw honey offered by the bees. This material had many medicinal properties and was known in alchemy as a sacred elixir. Now most of our senses and sources of sweetness, both literally and metaphorically, are highly processed, defined for us by a culture of consumption. This card is a call to explore the simple sweetness in life. Can you add tenderness to your alchemical experiment? How about joy or even laughter? It is likely the pleasure you crave will not be found from manufactured means, but from the childlike wonder residing in the heart. Remember the alchemical wisdom of like attracts like. So as we go back over here with the sugar card, what they're showing me is like this individual, one of the things that's affecting them, because they don't have like the level of consciousness for their mentalism to actually be that effective right now, because their mentalism, their own mentality is so self-defeating and self-abusive that their mentalism would not be so effective. Well, they're showing me while I was reading the book that one of the things that's affecting them is the fact that they consume a lot of fucking processed foods. They consume a lot of processed foods, which has a lot of fucking chemicals in them. And then that creates a whole lot of stuff inside the body. And I'm also getting they're probably actually full of parasites, like legit a lot of parasites. Healthier mentality will make your body inhospitable to parasite. And I'm not talking about symbolic parasites. I'm talking about literal parasites. Spirit is saying your energy of high vibration, authenticity, integration, peace, love, peace, and happiness will actually make your vibration one that parasites are repelled by. They can't sustain in your body. Where this person is low vibrational, self-defeating, self-abusive, and consumes a whole bunch of garbage in their diet, which feeds their parasites all that they need. I heard refined sugars, lots of refined sugars. And so Spirit wants me to share with you, like, we made a switch. We've limited so much sugar out of our diet. The biggest thing that helped us, because our biggest consumption of sugar over here in Maryland, okay, was through our coffee, because I have coffee most of the times once a day, sometimes twice a day. But I used to put sugar in it, and we switched it for maple syrup. If somebody wants to know that, right? Awesome. But there's somebody over here who They're low vibration plus their responses. They're also giving me like the food dyes that are banned in other countries but allowed in ours for whatever reason. Like, you can fill in those blanks. And we're not going down that rabbit hole today. However, like, those things affect people's consciousness. It makes them irritable, angry. No wonder this person is growling all the time. And I'm looking at the way the cards are set on the table. The shadow card is covering over the little lion's face here. I know you might not be able to see that on camera, but the lion's face is being covered by the shadow, which is covering their growl. And it's covering the projection that they throw in your way. It's covering the anger that there's. It's all just coming through their shadow. Somebody here they're filled with parasites. They really need a parasite cleanse. They really need to look at their diet. They really need to look at their attitude. They really need to elevate their frequency, because that shit is really going to mess them up if they keep on this path, is what I'm hearing. Okay, now let's go over here to the calcification. And that is card 64. Yes, they said, you got it right this time. I'm like, okay. So let me see, 64, right up here in the back of the book. Lord of mercy. Okay. One more page, and 64. Heat, fire, desire. Calcinatio is the great alchemical operation of fire. It occurs when there's enough heat in the vessel to transform the nature of that which is solid or fixed. How does calcinatio begin? With a tiny glimmer, an urge, a desire that builds into a robust flame. On a psychic level, this stage may be an uprising of emotion that has been repressed or dismissed. It wants something big to change, to be brought to the light and purified. Perhaps a flawed ideology, institution, or outlook. Frustration and anger are wondrous change makers if their heat is channeled with space, time, and awareness. The transformation that occurs from calcinatio is rarely harmonious. It requires commitment and a willingness to sit through discomfort as old patterns fall into the ashes. The flame initiates sacred change, and eventually the phoenix rises. That is so when I saw that swirling energy, it's like that they want to project towards you, but it's like self-contained inside of themselves. And the way they showed me while I was reading the book, yeah, that's causing the temperature. It's like it's causing a boiling. Okay, it's causing a boiling inside of them. Okay, and it's giving me this phrase. I don't remember which year it was on one of the first downloads I got of the year, that year, whenever I got it. But it was like, sometimes the darkness has to get darker so you can see the bright, piercing light. That's what somebody's dealing with right now. That's what somebody's dealing with right now. And Spirit is also, again, acknowledging that that's what you went through to get here, babe. It's all good. Ain't you glad you're done with that process and now you all empowered as a result of it? But because you did that, this is the process you trigger in other people that just feel like they need to be all up in your energy. If they're ready for this, they need to say they asked the fuck over there. And the problem is, for some of them, over there is not far enough. Because they're looking at you, they're thinking of you, they're following your shit, they're social stalking, whatever it is, you know? Okay. I mean, it is what it is. Let's go over here to what you need to know. Position with the Ace of Air in the empty room. What do we have, tribe? We have the red and white rose. Oh. Flos sapientum. Okay. Flos sapientum, the red and white rose. I'm going to go straight to the book. But one thing I do want to say is the red is this snake energy. The snake is about rebirth. It's about expansion. It's also about sacred sexuality. It's coming through. It's also root chakra energy, right? Root chakra energy. Hold on. No, I'm not going straight to the book. We're clearly channeling this image. It's all about root chakra energy. The white rose is all about purity, the purity that's blossomed, but the physical transformation that surrounds it. Okay, let me go into the book now. Thank you. All right, and that is card number 59. Okay. Card number 59. Wrong rose. Next rose. Okay. Vital force arising, awakening. In the laboratory, the merging of red and white is an exquisite moment. It means something is coming to life before the alchemist's eyes. The pristine white of the rose is not threatened by the blood red pigment. Their mixing does not make pink. Rather, each color remains vibrantly itself, expressing its message. Like the rod of Asclepius, representing health and vitality, the flos sapientum appears to signify the awakening of the physical as a gateway to the spiritual. Without the body, the spiritual teachings remain conceptual, not yet integrated into the everyday. This card encourages the alchemist to honor the body as a temple each and every day, observing it, listening to it, mining it for information and guidance. At its height, this card signifies a mastery, a uniting of body to serve the soul's purpose, as seen in the like of dancers, athletes, and during the birth process. I love where it said the uniting a body to serve the soul's purpose. You know that the physical happenings create spiritual processes. The physical happenings are part of a spiritual process. You're very well aware of that, okay? And also, you know how to, this is giving the energy of, you know that with yourself and for yourself, you are able to see the happenings in your physical realm and what they're communicating to you spiritually. It's like being able to read the room, but reading it with the spiritual eyes, not just the physical eyes. Interesting. So that's what you need to know. And also that relates to the side table. Oh, thank you. I almost forgot that. While I was reading that, the other side of my consciousness heard, they gave me a download for you. And they were like, yeah, some of you wonder, right? Why? Why do so many people, why don't they get it? Why don't they just get it? It's because that integration process is something that everybody hasn't done yet, right? They haven't integrated yet. They haven't realized that there is a connection between the spiritual and the physical. And I'm going to say this again, which is the first time for this session, but we've said it many times on the channel, right? Where all things are first spiritual. All things are first spiritual. Some of those things that are spiritual become dense enough to become physical. So there is nothing in this physical realm that was not first spiritual. It's all fucking spiritual. But people love to make the distinction and say, you know, well, you know, that's a spiritual thing. I'm talking about physical world. If they could understand, like, some of the aches and pains and the issues that they're having on the physical, reality has a lot to do with their spiritual state of being. That actually is going to give them a lot of fucking clues. All right. In the guidance position with the 10 of water and the father energy, let's see what we have for the tribe. It says pneuma, breath, and it is card number 36. And then I'm hearing this song from the Flow Assist. It says, just breathe. You gotta let it go so you can grow. You gotta let it go, just breathe. She said at one part of the lyrics, she said, you took it in, so now let it out. Which is exactly the way the breath works. You breathe it in, you breathe it out. And then I'm hearing the Hokey Pokey song again. Put your left foot in, you put your right foot, put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the Hokey Pokey and you turn yourself about. That's what it's all about. And they're giving that to me because it's like, yeah, you gonna tap in and out of this energy often in life. It's breathe it in and breathe it out. Breathe in, breathe out. It's a process, right? And they're saying, yeah, you're gonna shake yourself about and turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about. It's about you giving yourself the shake up and the turnaround. Like, you need to turn around at sometimes, okay? All right, let me see. The pneuma, the breath, inspiration, presence, life force. There is no more direct way to practice alchemy than to study pneuma. We all have access to the mystical phenomena known as the breath. It occurs at every moment, gracing us with the gift of existence upon the physical plane. If alchemy, as is suggested in this book, is the merging of physical and mystical, then this card serves as our ever-reliant bridge. It is the magical within us, the expanding and generating life force that animates our life. This card may appear simple, but it is not. No matter how advanced you are in studying the breath, if you heed the message of this card, you will find it has more to teach. Bow to it at this very moment, and you will discover the work revitalizes itself. New space opens. Pneuma is your lifelong alchemical ally, stating its love with every inhale and exhale. And then I heard waiting to exhale. That old movie, y'all remember the Waiting to Exhale movie? You remember how she burned all the shit up? I'll just say, like, that's one of the visions that they gave me. This pneuma, this breath card is definitely highlighting what I literally was just talking about as far as, the integration of the physical and the spiritual, putting all that together. And then I heard, if this is you processing your own shadow self, and you're saying to yourself, Mel, I'm the person that's so abusive to myself with my words. And, I don't really like myself. And I hear you. You're right, girl. I need to. If that's you, they're like, just breathe with yourself. Just breathe with yourself. Just acknowledge your fucking breath. I heard if you're still breathing, there's still more stuff here for you. Okay. But they're also giving, it's a process. You just got to go with the process. You take it in, you let it out. And when these people, anywhere where this is relating to those people who like to project at you because they want to try to push buttons that they don't have access to, and they're just reflecting off of you so that they can see themselves more clearly. There's nothing to get agitated about. You know that. Yeah. You know that very well. Let me see, it's at the bottom of the deck here. What do we have with the alchemy at the bottom? The sanguis. Sanguis. Blood. And that's card number 36. And it's all red. This, where the other one was the red and white rose, this is the red rose, baby. It's red. So it's card number 37. Let's go into the book. 37. The pulse, physicality, the body. Have no fear of the blood card. It indicates a remembrance of the vital mammalian nature of our existence. Drop by drop, the sacred elixir reminds us that we are alive, not merely thinking beings, but being beings. When blood is the prima materia in the laboratory, the alchemist uses the physical body as the starting point, building a relationship to the container that houses the spirit. Through the limbs, the organs, the cells, we witness the miracle of life, one heartbeat at a time. Eventually, the alchemist naturally partakes in practices that support and nourish blood's life-giving nature. We learn to honor and protect it. In alchemy, red is the color of vitality and radiance. With this card, you've dropped into the vital realm. Sing the body's praises. Okay, so we were talking about how, like, you love yourself. And somebody's like, oh my God, you're so pretty. And you're like, I know, right? I fucking love the way I look. I love my face. I love my fill in the blanks. You had a lot of stuff you love, right? But somebody over here is triggered as fuck by that because they feel like that's being so, she's so conceited. The tribe is so conceited. How could you? That's just it. They don't understand how you could. Because to them that looks like conceited. Okay, so the blood card was literally giving me this. All your cells, all your atoms, every bit of physical material that your body is composed of is responding to your self-talk. So where this person is talking shit to themselves all the time and talking about how they ain't good enough, pretty enough, smart enough, rich enough, whatever the fuck, and you over here like, I fucking love me some me. I love me loud, okay, in publicly, out loud, silently, all the types of ways. I just love it. The difference in conversation. Whoo, Lord of mercy. Some of you, this reading is very lightweight. It's not that heavyweight in the sense of you're just noticing like, I'm so glad I don't talk to myself like that. That could be the whole point of this reading for you, for some of you, right? For others of you, this is somebody that is really like gone on. They try to go off on you. But again, it's all related to the way that they speak to their own atoms, their own cells, right? It's amazing when you're on your team how much progress can be made, how much empowerment there is to be experienced when you're not sitting up here being against yourself, right? You are a team player on your own team, right? I love that. I just seen that. The teamwork makes for dreaming. Yeah, you can't be against yourself and then expect anybody else to really be on your team. Like, that's just not the way the energy flows. That's just not the way the energy grows. You got to be on your team. You got to be on your A game with yourself. Like, you got to understand that you are. They're showing me basketball, probably because I've watched a lot of Aces games lately, but they're showing me basketball where, you know, they have, I don't know how many team members, but they have all these team members and they play together to score the highest points for themselves, right? As a team. But there's all these different sides of your own self-consciousness and self-awareness. And as long as you're all working together for your best good, like that works well. Well, over here we have a team and they need to have a team meeting because they team, like, why you block our own team shot? Like, our team was trying to shoot a shot. Bitch, what are you doing? You gave the ball back over to the tribe. What was you doing? You were supposed to throw it to your team member. You over here throwing to the tribe team. What? Why are you doing that? They're yelling and they're fighting within them. So this is inner turmoil. I heard inner turmoil, inner scrutiny. They're giving me words I don't really speak with. But they're a team, a house divided among itself will definitely fall. And that's what this person is looking like right now. So anywhere where they're going through a fall, it really is not serving their best interest. So please, anywhere, tribe, if any of you are resonating with the other side of the table, it's so important for you to stop talking shit about yourself. If you wouldn't say it to your friend, your mama, your cousin, or somebody else on the street, a stranger, why would you talk that kind of way to yourself? Like, don't. And I feel like it's very few of my tribe that talks down to themselves like that. Or maybe you just didn't realize where you were. Either way, if it's you, tribe, there's no need for all that. It's okay to acknowledge where there's room to grow and stuff, but even anywhere where there has been, because I'm not sitting up here saying like I've always been perfect and I've always made the best decisions, no, but I'm saying I have always been perfect because even the fucked up decisions I made got me to being who the fuck I am. So, you know, yeah, even my ugly parts, I fucking love them. And that's something, you know, tribe, you guys see, even those parts that had been so unhealthy before, unloved and unaddressed, as I paid attention to them and saw what they were teaching me, like they came into being some of the most useful things about me. Absolutely. So you treat yourself with kindness. You treat yourself with understanding, and you know, you make better choices with it. At the same time, like anywhere you were divinely designed to be this way, like how you gonna ridicule the designer of you? Like you came in with the perfect design you were meant to be. I'm just saying. They were talking about prima materia with the or first material with the blood card at the bottom of the deck, right? It's like, I get that quote, I get referred back to that quote often that I came across years, probably over a decade ago, where the lady said, if you are the first gift that you ever received in this life, you're the first thing God ever gave you, you need to treat it good. And on our society, we get a lot of people who have been trained at home by their mom, by their cousin, by all kinds of shit, to really be really hard on their self and really self-defeating, right? And maybe there has been some bad choices or unhealthy decisions, but if they could actually look at it as a teacher, as an experience that had to be had so you can do something different next time, oh, they'd be serving themselves so much justice. Like, they would serve themselves so much justice. That's why, tribe, you just sit back and you kind of giggle. You want to yell? Go ahead and yell, baby. I'll let you yell. I can hold my character and let you go out. You wanna tell me your shadow? That's fine. I can hear your shadow, and I can still stay here. And I'm just gonna giggle. I might giggle a little bit because, oh my God, I remember when I used to. I remember when I thought that. Oh, it's so funny. Okay. It looks a lot like that. So let's go into tribe energy over here. Show me the tribe, please. We're moved into the wild unknown tarot now. What do we have for the tribe? Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Yeah. You don't need to worry. Mind, body, and soul alignment. Okay, mind, body, and soul alignment. Awesome. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of friends. Okay. Let's be friends. Ones we can depend on. Friends. Before we go any further, let's be friends. That's funny. Is that Houdini that sings that song? Lord of mercy. If it's Houdini, you're a magic fucking worker. I'm just saying. Because I got friends. How many of us had them? Let's be friends. I think it is. I think it is Houdini. That's a Three of Cups energy. And the card of the alchemical wedding said celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. It said celebrate 3 times. Now we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, one of the general key words for the Three of Cups is celebration. Okay. Also, random sidebar on this is Three of Cups could be siblings. And then I heard sister energy. I did hear sister energy, right? In other words, this right here with the whole friends thing, because I see somebody say, I don't really have many real friends. I see you, baby, but here's the facts. You got to be real friends with yourself. That's where we're really going with this. This isn't about everybody else. And, maybe it is talking about a friend around you on the other side of the table. But at the end of the day, the most important message where we're getting friends, we was talking about, being a team member. If all these different facets of your mentality, all these different voices in your head, all the voices in the background of my mind, okay, listen, if they're a team, like, let them play on the same team, babe. Let's all shoot for the same hoop. This is give me that spiritual conversation that I had when I was on my way to meet Tim at the garage one time, where it was like I saw my spiritual consciousness and I saw my ego physical consciousness, and I had a conversation between them. I was like, look, guys, both of y'all sit your ass down right now. I'm going to have you to understand something. Number 1, spirit mind knows shit that you don't know, physical brain. And number 2, physical brain is just trying to protect us to spiritual mind. So y'all need to understand that we all on Mel's team right here. We all on Mel's team. We all on Mel's team. It is about coming together. We need to understand what each part of our consciousness is functioning for. And rather than fight within ourselves and have all this infighting, we need to be understanding, like, well, the information spirit brain is given to the party, it serves a certain function. We got to understand that human brain, physical brain, you may not be able to compute what the fuck the spirit mind is putting down because it sees shit you ain't never seen with your eyes yet. And spirit brain, you need to understand that physical brain is an expert at pattern recognition. and warning us of things that it's seen before, right? So when you go in and you put your spirit brain and your physical ego, computer brain, human brain together, and you make them hold hands and say, look, we all friends around here. Stop fighting with the fucking each other. This is like two kids in your head that be fucking bickering. I have two grandsons. They are just a year apart. And let me tell you, when they get going at it, oh my God, I'm like, chill, peace, be still. This is having the chill, peace, be still in your brain between your own consciousness, right? If you haven't done that with your own consciousness yet, and you've been noticing that there's a lot of chaos in your life, that could be extremely beneficial. Because I'm going to tell you what, I had so much more coherence within myself, so much more internal agreement within myself after I had that conversation. And I literally spoke, not out loud because it's a silent process, while I was driving down the fucking street. It didn't take long, but I sat both sides of my consciousness down and said, look, can't we just all get along? We all on Mel's team, so we're all team go Mel, go Mel, go Mel. But the way it was shown to me is like trying to find out the temperature in the room by looking at the stove, the dial on the stove setting. Trying to change the temperature in the room by changing the stove setting. That shit don't work. Right tool, wrong purpose. Right purpose, wrong tool. You got to use the right tool for the right purpose. And when you can get both sides of your consciousness on each other's team of understanding, well, you know, this is the kind of information that this part of my consciousness is bringing, and that part of my consciousness is bringing that information. Then the way we ended that conversation was like, I just saw my spirit mind and my physical mind holding hands and running off into the sunset, skipping off together, holding hands like best friends ever. It was awesome. So there's that. And that's what this Three of Cups was giving when I said mind, body, spirit alignment, right? Mind, body, spirit alignment. Okay. Let's go into the other side of the table. Energy. What do we have on the other side of the table, please and thank you? Oh, okay. Do I take all three of these? Yes, they say yes. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles coming out first. I don't even want to look at the other ones yet. Seven of Pentacles came out on top. Seven of Pentacles, it's saying, it's been a long time coming, right? This is a process that takes place over an extended period of time. It's a process of growth. And it's a process of integration. And, you know, for the growth, you're going to have to integrate. You know, the growth is taking all of what you are and making it more. That's a beautiful definition. Growth is taking all of what you are and making it more. Love that. That is not a quote. That is a quote that I made of Spirit, maybe. Growth is taking all of what you are and making it more. Or, expanding it, better said, and expanding it, right? But you can't expand it. I've said it many times this way. If you can't grow, you can't expand if your 10 is not on 10. You got to be on 10 for that 10 to grow. If you're on 10, your 10 can grow. It has to expand to accommodate extra expansion. And the 10 must become greater, right? 10 representing full. You got to be full to grow. They show me the balloon, the water balloon. If the water balloon ain't full, it's not going to get bigger. If the air balloon ain't full, it's not going to get, whatever you're putting in it, it's got to be full for it to get bigger. This is 7. Somebody's on a 7. Okay. They're still filling up. And the missing pieces that they have yet to fill up with are going to be those shadow elements. There's somebody here. Okay. Spirit is also speaking about you on this side of the table and what they're acknowledging about you. Spirit's view of you. You went through all these steps. The 7 stair steps, it looks like 7 stair steps, is talking about it's been a process of elevation. And they are showing me that spiritual growth does happen in stair steps. You have this great epiphany, that's the rise, that's the incline. And then you move forward with that epiphany, integrating it. And so you level out during that move forward with the latest epiphany type of thing. But after you move forward with the latest epiphany, there's another incline. And then, oh, there's the epiphany point once you hit that incline. There's a new realization point once you hit that incline. That 10 of air would be hitting the new level, right? And then there's the integration and move forward with the new integration. That's what they're showing me, okay? The 3 of swords is here. And the 3 of air is in the center, same energy. Okay, this is an entanglement. It's in a whole fucking entangled mess. We got the blood dripping from the swords. We had the blood at the bottom of the deck. Like, until they burn this shit up, until they burn this entanglement up, then the truths can fall out. You know, so somebody is in the fucking fire pot right now, burning up in anger and or hurt or whatever it is, but they burning up in something. And that fire that's going on in their life is so that they can see the truth that hurts like could be and sets them free. Right? And Spirit is saying, and that's the process you have been through that put you in this state of the alchemical wedding, of the Queen of Water. It puts you in that state because you had the ability to go through it. It was a long time to get there. Let's see some more. In the 2 of Pentacles, and that's where the change is created. That's where balance comes in. To integrate the shadow, you have to be able to burn away the entanglements, the ideas, the red cord about the physical reality, and really take in what's the spiritual truth behind it. And it's so fitting, they said, that we already had the conversation of bringing together the 2 sides of your consciousness, the spiritual and the physical, and letting them be friends, baby. Let them kiss, let them hold hands and run out together. Absolutely. Let me see in the connection where we have the 3 of air. What else do we have for the tribe, please and thank you? You're giving me these 2. And they said, yeah, take both of them. Okay. So let's see what we have. Let's start here. The Son of Swords immediately says to me, confronting negativity. The negativity is going to sting. It's going to poke until it's confronted. It's going to sting. Confront the negativity. It's saying confront the negativity. That's part of this connection, is to confront the negativity. And it's going straight to this calcification over here. So confronting the negativity. Confronting the calcification. Okay, what else? Oh, the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Confront the negativity to close the cycle. Confront the negativity to fulfill the soul contract. Confront the negativity to unleash. It's like confronting the negativity brings in the all that is in this situation. It brings all the abundance. It brings all the prosperity. It blesses the generations. It's legacy energy. Yeah. Everything comes behind confronting the negativity in the physical realm and all of that stuff as well. Yeah. The negativity must be confronted in order for the blossoming to occur. Is what? Yeah. The negativity must be confronted in order for the blossoming to occur. Okay. They're showing me a plant. It starts out underground in the dark within the hard casing of a shell. It has to break out of the shell. It has to grow through the dirt in order to break ground. And once it breaks ground, it can grow into a plant that can eventually blossom. For any of that process to happen, they have to be watered. The seed must be watered. And Tribe is showing up as the Queen of Water, saying, baby, you pour out the water. Rain down on me. Let your love just fall like raindrops rain on me. Just rain down on me. And then the 10 of water in the outcome, baby, you pour the water out on them. You pour the love out on them. That's why you just giggle. It's like you see somebody mad and you just fucking giggle to yourself. You're like, okay, I see you. I see what's happening here. You're like, oh, I'm not taking this shit to heart. Tribe, you have the capacity to not take shit to heart when people are triggered as fuck by you. Yeah, that's one thing I'm seeing here. You don't take it to heart because you know it's not yours. It's not yours. Why would you take it to heart? And with your awareness that it's not yours, when they throw their projections at you, you just let them hear it from their own voice. Okay? Yeah. In the what you need to know, with the empty room, the ace of air, and the red and white rose, what is it for tribe to know? Please give me some more. Let's see some more here. And these two, I guess it was always going to be two. Message, it was always going to be two. That's a strong message. I feel that resonance. It was always going to be true. It was always going to be true. It was always going to be two. Okay. It was always going to be two, and true is the way my lips, my vocal cord said it. Let me see. The strength card. It was always going to be two, and it was always going to be true. And it's a strength card is the same as the strength card we had on the other side of the table. Yeah. And then we had, oh, the Fool. And the Fool. So you're in the strength, and then you walk off and you're ready for a new beginning. Look at that. It was always going to be two, and it was always going to be true. So it's like, tribe, you in your power. You said what you said. You might drop. They showed me the 8 Mile again. You said what you said. You might drop, and you walked off. This looks like a huge mic drop to me. Yeah, the strength card and the Fool looks like a mic drop. This is also giving anywhere where they were trying to overpower you from their shadow, overpower your consciousness from their shadow, overpower your self-identity from their shadow. Yeah, you said what you said, and then it was a mic drop, and you just fucking walked off. Okay? You might come back and talk again, but at this point, it's like that conversation's done. I said what I said. I don't have nothing else to say about this type of shit. Okay? Let's go over here in the guidance to the Ten of Water. We have, again, two. The only one I saw was the Five of Swords. It's the earthworms getting cut up. I heard a long time ago that the earthworms can regrow their body. They're really curious creatures. I was telling my lady the other day, you know, I don't think we have worms in the dirt here, because back in Colorado, when it would rain, I could see the earthworms come out of the ground. They'd be just wiggling around on the grass. You could catch, whenever it would rain, and my father was a fisherman, so whenever it would rain, we'd be outside gathering earthworms for his next fishing trip type of shit. There's no earthworms in the ground in Nevada. I don't think so, because I think the ground is too hard. I think it's too dry and too hot out here. They probably get baked up under the dirt. But the thing of it is, there's a severing. There's a cutting. Five of Swords is a card of cutting ties, cutting your losses. Because winning this battle has enough costs attached to it that it's not a battle worth winning. There are some, this is a pick and choose your battles. Either way you go, it's going to kind of look the same. You know, there's a severing of ties. We have two different ideas. We're not made of the same fucking cloth. We don't have the same opinions. That's fine. You said what you said. I hear you. I'm leaving. This is, you know, there's no winning this conversation, so I'm just not going to argue with you. This is where the tribe gets in the, you know what? You're right. As a matter of fact, you're so right. I'm just going to leave. How's that? And it's not that they're right about you. They're right about how they feel. They're right for themselves. Interesting. I see the comment, they need at least about 50 rings to survive a split. Because I got that 50 somewhere earlier. Where did I get that? One of these cards said to me, they're about 50% of the way there. Lord of mercy. They'll survive the split. In other words, I don't even remember where I got that from, but I did get that card, that intuitively earlier. Really wish I had said it. I did not. I kept it to myself. But there's a lot of cards that show that half and half energy here. All right. So there's that. Let's see. So there's a severing because, you know, this is when you just stop talking. I've told this to a lot of people. If I have something to say back to you, appreciate it. Because when I stop talking back, I'm probably not going to have much to say to you anymore at all. Right? Oh, Lord of mercy. And it comes out with the Five of Pentacles. Wow. The Five of Pentacles giving, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody. Okay, that's the energy of it. It's also alone, out in the cold, by yourself. There's a need for spiritual transformation anytime the Five of Pentacles comes out. If you look at the Rider-Waite, it has, you know, the two people in a decrepit status. And, you know, they need to focus. They need to get inside the church they're walking past. In other words, spirit is showing up all around this person. The spirit was showing up with you. But instead of going into the spirit, it's like they want to stay on their shit. They want to stay in the shadow. They want to stay acidic. They don't want to put no sugar in it. They don't want to put no love in it. Okay, that's fine. 5 + 5 = 10, and you had the 10 while you just laughing. As you see tribe, like you giggling because you realizing when somebody's going off on their shit, projecting onto you, I see you literally saying, well, that's the end of this. This will be our last interaction type of shit. Oh, this will be our last conversation. That's the type of shit you're saying. That's the end of that. I can see the end of this. Now that we've come to the end of the road is the energy here. Absolutely. Let's see what's at the bottom of the tarot deck here. And it's the Ace of Pentacles. Because like Maya is coming up again. Like it was 2 days ago now that I stopped listening to the music. And Maya was the next song on the play. And I showed it to you on the screen. Yeah, it's all about me, 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 me. Forget about it. You. Is the energy. Ace of Pentacles. Look, and then the other thing about this is an old ass tree, baby. Look at all the rings on the tree. Look at all the rings on. It took so long to get here. To get to the point where you realize, like, oh, you actually are the center of your universe. What the heck? That was the biggest lie they told you. The world does not revolve around you. Well, actually, it literally, quite literally does. Now we know. Now we know better, so we do better. And we make sure we're good so that what revolves around to us is a vibrational match to that. You know? You got to understand. That's what this person fails to understand. It's still happening. Here's the cold part about it. That's a cold ass pill to swallow. Whether they know it, accept it, recognize it or not, their universe does revolve around them too. The world revolves around them. Because they could walk into this situation with this loving, magical, mystical earth angel over here of the tribe, and they could have the best or the worst experience, and it ain't got shit to do with anybody walking into their experience. It has everything to do with their own self. Everything in this physical experience starts with one, and you got to be the one that it starts with. If it's coming in fantastic, that's your fucking fault. You stay on fantastic, right? If it's coming in fucking shitty and shadow, well, then that's their own fucking fault. It's your own fucking fault because you staying on shitty and shadow. Like, where the fuck are you keeping your consciousness? Is it a blessing or a stressing? Is it somehow working in your favor, or is this the whole fucking world against you? Because no matter which way you decide and declare it to be, you'll absolutely be right. We live in this crazy universe, in this crazy planet, in this crazy system where whatever you decide and declare it to be, they're just going to be like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We're not going to argue with you. It is what you say it is. Remember, it is what you say it is. And if that is true, then what are you saying for you? Life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. What you decide and declare is what becomes true for you. It doesn't mean it becomes true for me, but it does become true for you. You know, and that's what somebody doesn't understand. Even when they project this hateful shit towards you, this is why spell casting and cursing other motherfuckers is the stupidest shit you could do. It's the stupidest shit you could do. Because if you're going to put some evil out towards another person, what the fuck do you think is coming back to you, bitch? Intensified and multiplied. Usually times 10. Oh, that whole part. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Right. So try to be putting out acceptance, appreciation. Even when you meet somebody who shows you shadow energy, like, thank you. Thank you for showing me your ass. Because you only showed your ass because you could see my glory. Oh, thank you. Try either you know how to integrate the shit when people show you their ass, or you're learning and you're developing that ability. And maybe you needed to understand why it is so important, right? If you're new to the channel and you're vibing with me, put some flames in the comment. Let us know, baby, you're feeling the fire. And make sure you get that free subscription and tap the live bell, because we're not done yet. And we be doing this shit live all the time. And yes, you can Cash App me. Yes, you can Zelle me. Yes, you can Apple Pay me. Thank you. I deserve that. And that's all under the video if you want to do that. Anyways, let's go into this some more. So thankful and grateful. All right. What do we have on the tribe side? Show me some more, Spirit. We're using the same deck, but a smaller pocket or size version. The Hierophant. Honey, you come into people live because you got the key. Baby, the Hierophant is the teacher. It's the life lesson. See, when folks come around to you, it's a life lesson. You bring the life lesson. You got the key. You see... Oh, and then I'm hearing it. Okay, hey, I got that glow. Okay, and then show me, show enough. Bruce Leroy. Okay, you're like a spiritual gangster. Like they didn't expect you to have these kind of skills. It's just like, what is the name of that fucking movie? Put it in the comments. You know the name of the movie. Old ass movie. It was one of my favorites. But Bruce Leroy was a black boy who knew how to do martial arts. They didn't expect him to be a badass like that with the martial arts. And he was so innocent-minded. He was extremely innocent-minded. You like Bruce Leroy. You know what I'm saying? You come in with the energy of pure positive intention. And you ain't trying to bring these problems to nobody. You already know that that's a bad idea, so you don't play that way. And maybe you never did. But you come in with this pure positive innocent type energy, and then, yeah, you teach major life lessons. You learn major life lessons. You know how to integrate so much of the shadow. The Last Dragon. That's the name of the movie. The Last Dragon. Perfect. I love that. Yes, The Last Dragon. The Lord of Mercy. You are the last dragon. The other reading we did, I don't know which exact day it was, but I feel like it was in the last 5 days, and we had the dragon energy, and it was talking about, you know, you had to experience being disconnected from spirit or be a draconian in order to appreciate your reconnection to spirit, to the light, to source, to God, to the divine, to the universe. And that's when you become a dragon. Yeah, he had the power, baby. He glowed. His energy just glowed. That's how you do. But the thing of it is, you could literally whip somebody else. That doesn't mean that he really tried to avoid fighting. He didn't try to go for a fucking fight. He never tried to go for a fight. He tried to come in peace. I come in peace. I come in peace. Okay. He come in peace. Yeah. The Last Dragon and Bruce Leroy. Yeah, he come in peace. It's an old-ass movie. You might want to watch it, possibly. But the fact of the matter is, you show up. And the other thing, that the Hierophant is a spiritually ordained position. Spirit has given you authority. You have spiritual authority. This is a degree on the wall. This is a fucking master's. This is a doctorate. I don't know all of those titles of educational degrees and shit like that, but I know doctorate is pretty high up there. Yeah, this is like you have a doctorate degree. You got the keys to the city. I heard you got the keys to the city. But this is not bestowed upon by man. The Hierophant is a spiritually bestowed and ordained position. A lot of decks show an image of a pope. The Rider-Waite does. So you're a teacher to the people that come into your life. You have a level of spiritual mastery because you know how to close your eyes to the physical reality and see the spirit behind some shit. And why do you know how to do that? Because you done did the alchemical wedding with yourself. You and all yourselves are on the same fucking team, baby. You ain't against yourselves no more. Other side of the table, energy, please. Other side of the table, energy. What else do we have for the tribe? Oh, the Two of Cups. That's so awesome because that's a card of love. Look at that. It's a card of love. Ooh, they love you. That's why they hate you so bad. That's why they be angry because they fucking love you. That's why you can trigger them because they fucking love you. There's something in you that you got and you know they have and they are needing to know it. They need to learn it. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and hate. And the name of that line is jealousy, envy, and insecurity. Okay? It's their jealousy, envy, and insecurity that causes them to think that the love they have for you is hate. Just so you know. And is that why you just sitting up here just giggling your heart away? You trigger people and you ain't even trying. You're just being, and that's what comes out. Yeah. And it is a very thin line between love and hate. It's easy to shift from one to the other. And a lack of self-awareness, a lack of emotional mastery and emotional regulation can easily cause that. And, you know, people who are emotionally irregulated will be triggered as fuck because you don't really care. You be unbothered and unfuckwithable while they talking all this shit and yelling at you. And they're used to people that talk and yell back. And now everybody's cussing, got fingers in faces, and somebody throws blows. Tribe is just sitting back like just with a smirk on your face. And you ain't got shit to say to them and they're pissed. And that makes them even more mad, I heard. Okay. Going to this connection again where we had the Three of Swords. And it's coming out justice. And it's coming out justice. Libra energy, justice will be served. Okay, the differences between light and shadow are very, very much made aware, but you know how they're just two sides to a coin, right? You know they're just two sides to a coin. With the way you met this attack, the way you met this assault, it brings justice in this situation, okay? And again, the way you confront this attack or assault causes this vortex of energy to spin in their energy field. It doesn't escape their energy field. They have to fucking sit with their own energy. Get your ass in your cage and stay there, which means you have no access to my energy. Sit in your own energy field until you fucking integrate that shit. Because it's not mine to integrate. It's yours. It was never mine. All that ugly shit, because they love you. They love you, but they're sitting in resistance to love, which caused them to show up in hate. That's all hate is love in resistance. That's all hate is. That's all it ever was. That's why tribe just giggles. If you understand that hate is just love in resistance, oh, you respond to that shit way different. You legit... It takes all the sting out. It takes all the knives out. It takes all the shit out. Let's go into the what you need to know where we have the Ace of Air. And, oh, it's the Eight of Cups. Look at that. All the glassware has been shattered and broken. It's time to go. Party's over. It's time to go deal with your shadow, bro. Okay, because that party is over. And that's where, you know, Tribe said what Tribe said and then dropped the mic and walked off. Right? It's that 8 Mile moment where you done told them all about yourself. And now there ain't no shit they could talk to you that is actually going to have any kind of bearing or effect on you because you already know yourself. Like, you already know all the ugly shit they trying to predict at you. But you already know what you did about it, too. And anywhere where they're resistant to love, they're going to express that in hate towards anybody that's making them feel the love. This is an energy of somebody that really doesn't know what to do with real love. Guidance position where we have the 10 of water and they said, just be the laughing Buddha, baby. Just be the laughing Buddha. The Magician is the guidance. It's the power in you. It is the power in you. You know that the world literally doesn't revolve around you. Remember that you have a power to affect change. Remember that you are a catalyst for change, tribe. You are a catalyst for change. The bottom of the deck is the Lovers, Gemini energy. And we haven't talked about no zodiac signs yet. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Okay. Hold on. Before I go into zodiac signs, the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, either we gonna fly together or we're not. There's choices to be made here. Are you tribe or are you not? Are you love energy or are you anti-love energy? Either way, the divine, the universe, the higher self, the spirit teams, the angels, ancestors, and guides on both sides brought this together for a reason. And it's because you're the teacher. You're here to be the teacher in somebody's life. And so it was orchestrated by all the spirit teams involved. If this person needs to be put in a chokehold, you don't have to do that to them. Their own angels and ancestors and guides will do it because they were brought to your life for a reason. And what they respond with it, they're going to have to answer to their own soul team, their own spirit team for that. Their own highest self is who's giving them the grade. You know what I'm saying? That's where their judgment lies. Okay. You just go and keep being a magical being. That's all you need to do. Zodiac signs. I see Gemini. We had Leo here. More Leo here. Ophiuchus is here. We have Taurus energy here. We have Libra energy here. Okay. All right. You know I'm finna use the real life oracle deck, right? The real life tarot deck that is not really a tarot deck. It's an oracle deck. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because this thing is just, it's so saucy. I can't help it. I love it. It's so saucy. I like the sauce, babe. I'm totally a sauce girl. Can I have some extra sauce with that, please? And thank you. So it's time to get saucy with the real life tarot deck. It claims to be tarot, but I just see all kinds of oracle all up in these cards. Let's see what they're going to reveal to us today. Show me the tribe. What can you reveal for the tribe, please, and thank you. Okay. They say, yeah, we're going to stop shuffling that now. That'll be all the shuffling necessary. Okay. You're so uncontrollable. Why can't I just control you? Well, because I took the control out of the plug and I packed it up and I put it away. It's my control. I'm not giving it to you. No, you can't plug into my system and control me. Because I am the coin of high value. What was it that this coin said later after I put it away yesterday? It says something. I heard self-aware. Today I hear self-aware. What else? You have self-awareness. It's looking like a whole Ace of Pentacles. Oh, caution tape. Be careful with me. Okay. You got the wrong bitch. Got the wrong bitch. Yeah. Okay. They need to be careful with you. Because there's some lines they shouldn't cross. They can really fuck themselves up messing around with the tribe. Because all you going to do is sit back and giggle. They're trying to bring some shit to you that ain't yours. Okay. And yeah, you already know this. You done memorized this screenplay. Like, you already know how this goes. You know your role and you stay in it. You let everybody play their role. Oh, I see what role you play. I see what role you chose. You got hired for. You got hired to play a role, and so did I. And mine is a Hierophant. So you can go ahead and be whatever you want to be. Okay. What else for the tribe? Moving back in. Wrong answer. I heard wrong answer. This is an energy that you've known before that's trying to make a return to you. For some of you, it's definitely a person that's trying to come back. But for a lot of you, it's not the same person. It's an energy you've seen before. Right? And you're like, I know this energy. I know these roles. I know what role I play in this scenario. Okay, we can do that again. I'm hearing, yeah, because this is not impromptu. This is a well-known script. I heard it's like the play Macbeth. There are actors and people who've been in screenplays and shit into all that who have that whole thing memorized because it's a tale as old as time. Tale as old as time. Beauty and the Beast. Okay. So I just see like, maybe it's a new face and a new name. But this is an energy that you know. So you know how to handle this. It's not your first rodeo. The conspiracy theorists. You can connect the dots and see the information, baby. You see how all this shit comes together. You really do. And that's what's annoying about it to other people. Why do you have so much fucking information about me? Why do you seem to, that's how they respond to you. That's what they, it's like, how you tell, telling my whole life with his words. That's the song. It's like, it's just like that song. I thought he sang a good song. I thought he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. Okay, and it's like, yeah, and he would tell, they saying, Tribe, why do you know my whole fucking life? Why are you talking all the shit about me? How dare you talk about my childhood wounds, my background, what my real issue is? You might not even have been aware that you was doing it. Because, Tribe, you just be fucking, yeah, you just be talking. You just be talking. You just be saying what you feel. Speaking your truth. That's all you was really doing, was speaking your truth. Your truth pissed somebody off because what you said about yourself, guess what? It just turns out that this person has some of that stuff in common with you. This person has some stuff in common with you. And as you talked about your truth and what you did with your truth, now they had to sit with that information. Deception. They've been lying to themselves. They've been stringing themselves along, stuck on lies. And you brought the evidence of that with the deception card. Conspiracy theorists and deception comes out in the same position. Lord of mercy. Like, I'm just saying. And then what I just heard, a Wimbleway, a Wimbleway, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, a Wimbleway. I heard that. This strength card. Like, okay, so the lion sleeps tonight, what it's giving, and what I'm hearing with that, it's like, there ain't shit left to say. They can't. We are on my way. Like, they can't. Whatever you said is shut shit down. Again, mic drop. Okay, give me some more. The deleter. I don't want to talk to you. No. Oh, great. That's fantastic. Thank you. They gonna block you from the phone. The deleter. This person is throwing their phone in the fucking ocean. I don't want to talk to you no more. Somebody can't stand talking to you because this is very physical for somebody, because you're pointing out about all the carcinogens and the acids and all the toxins that they're putting into their body, because we're going back to that calcification conversation on the physical. You probably told them they might have parasites. They're like, I don't want to talk to that person no more. They told me all kinds of scary shit about reality. I don't want to hear that shit. It could be that surface level. For others of you, you went into childhood traumas. You went into shadow energies, real profound, real deep. Blew somebody fucking mind. They see the deception they've been doing for themselves and they scared as fuck. They don't want to hear that shit. The problem is for them, not for you, Tribe, but the problem is for them. Once you heard it, you can't unhear it. You can't act like you didn't hear what you heard. You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard. You can't erase that shit from your brain. Your brain took that shit in like a wet sponge. It was like a dry ass sponge turned wet because it was waiting for it. This person's brain was waiting to get this information from you. It was so hungry. It's like their spirit team was like, tribe, can you please come over here and let this mucka hucka who know? Let them know what time it is, tribe. Tribe, I need you. Tribe, I need you because you the one. Remember, we had the one. Tribe, I need you because you the one. You need to put this person and let them know about their self. You're the only one that's qualified, tribe, to let somebody know about their self. You got the special recipe, babe. You got the formula. You got the right stuff, baby. Love the way you turn me on. I don't know if that's really the lyrics, but that's the way Spirit gave it to me. And the fact of it is, you do got the right stuff. You literally, where the light was off, you turned the light on, baby. Yeah. I'm looking for her. Turn on the lights. Yeah, they looking for it. Turn on the lights. You went into somebody's life and turned on the lights, tribe. You keep doing that shit. What else we got? Oh. Is it a nipple or a virus? I can't. Is it a nipple or a virus? What do you see? Is it a nipple or a virus? I don't know. It could be either or. I guess it's all a matter of perspective, right? I guess it's all a matter of perspective. What is it? Ah, I saw COVID in the comments. Hey, baby, the shit about that Lord of mercy. The shit about that Lord of mercy. They might have nanobots in their bodies and in their brains. They might, possibly. They might have some AI technology controlling them. And that's why as soon as you go into facts, they reject, right? They fucking reject. Whatever it is, the sickness is being made known. Oh, and you're calling it what it is, a big bag of stinking shit. Yo, you got a big pile of shit. I see a big pile of shit. Did you just channel some random message in front of somebody and I feel like you was talking to one person, and for a lot of you, tribe, you have no idea that this was somebody like sitting right in earshot. They heard the whole thing. You pissed somebody off and you don't even know this person. You ain't even talk to this person. You call some a big pile of stinking shit. Somebody overheard that this sidebar message been very specific, and you know what you would know is it wasn't long after you called the big pile of stinking shit a big bag of stinking shit that somebody walked off. Absolutely. Some of you, tribe, the way this worked out for some of you was you sat there and you talked about all your shit. You talked about the worst parts of yourself. Because again, 8 Mile coming together with all the bag lady. I see that in the comments. Coming together with, oh, and this is what the fuck it really was, right? Yeah. Because you're speaking your truth. And that the thing about it is you don't leave it in a state of disempowerment. You leave it in a state of this is what the fuck I did about it. And this is how it served me well, I heard. Okay. Well, the magician. Well, how the fuck you do that? They don't even believe it. They would love to tell you you ain't shit. And the world don't revolve around you. Yes, the fuck it does, I heard. Yes, the fuck it does. Somebody that has some big tricks played on them and they're falling for all of them, I heard. Whoever it was trying to get under your skin and project and throw all that shit on you. They're used to that shit working, but it's an old routine. You know it well. I just saw like in other people's eyes, this person looks like they're very well dressed. They look like they're all that. But tribe, you can see them as defunct, decrepit, and barefoot. Like, it's like this person has cast a cloaking spell. This person has a glamour spell. This person, they appear to other people to be well put together and oh so beautiful. But you can see the ugly all up in it. I'm saying, baby, you ain't shaved. You stinking. A bag of shit. What the fuck is going on with you? Oh. And maybe you didn't say it that way. but that's the way they received it. And I mean, if the shoe fits, put that motherfucker on and strap it tight and run for a while with it, or walk, or sit still, whatever the fuck you want. It's your shoe, it fits you. Oh, the menace. They see you as a dangerous consciousness. Okay, so that Spirit wants you to know that there's going to be a lot of people that see you as a threat. This whole old paradigm sees tribe as a threat. Tribe, you need to know that, because you threaten the old status quo. You don't just fall in line with the old control mechanisms. It doesn't fucking work on you. And you circumvent that shit, and you blow it up. You let them sit in their own energy. Like, you bring a lot of consciousness, a lot of awareness about more profound depths and realities and perceptions that most people don't have. And that's pretty fucking cool. Like, what a privileged position. But you threaten a system that has been used to its toxification, been used to its immediate sexual gratification, been used to its immediate material satisfaction, with some deeper truths on how that might not be serving their best interest. Let me see some more for the tribe. Oh, didn't I just tell you you blew this shit up? Because that looks like a whole mushroom cloud over there, baby. When you blow the shit up, it's permanently destroyed. These ideas that they had is permanently destroyed. This self-view that they had, that they were so fucking cool, when they can't affect you, when you're so nonchalant and unbothered and unfuckwithable, like, that blows up their whole self-perception. Like, they thought they was a boss until they ran into the tribe type of shit. Right? What else? Is because you could call out all the holes, all the nooks and crannies. You see the shit exactly what it. Oh, you on a broken road, baby. Did you tell me? Oh, if it's my fault that I make you feel some type of way, baby, you're on a broken road. That road don't lead you to know where you want to be. Okay. Yeah. When you see it, you call it as it is, and you know what to avoid. You can see somebody as a fucking dangerous ass pothole, a sinkhole. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need to argue with this. I'm not arguing with it. You right. I'm leaving. Mic drop. What else? The LARPer. A LARPer is a role-playing game. It's fantasy. They're pretending to be something they're not. It's funner to pretend to be something they're not. Somebody really enjoys playing the victim. Watch out for people who play victim in an experience with you. They're very accustomed to that role. They have that role memorized. What they don't have, the role they do not have memorized, is being the laughing Buddha. That's one role they don't know nothing about. They ain't seen that. They haven't seen that screenplay yet. They don't know nothing about that. Okay. What else? Anxiety. This fingernail, this card, I really don't care for it. It's an old fingernail. Somebody done chewed off their fingernails. The shit that's been sitting below the surface is exactly what needed to come off. These fingernails couldn't be here if they hadn't grown out. Fingernails are actually dead cells. It just cells. Not the part that's on your nail bed. That's not dead yet. The part that's extended, that's dead already. That's why when I do the nails at my shop at NailFads, you want to get your nails done right? Come see me at NailFads. But I clean all the bottoms, the sides. I do the tops. I do every part of the nail, because that's just dead cells. What we don't need is a bunch of disgusting. I even seal it with glue. I do all kinds of shit. But the fact of the matter is, what is dead needed to be removed. And you spoke that shit about. It wasn't serving them. It was just taking them to the grave. It just taking them to the grave. You know what I'm saying? It's up to them to do what they need to do. Let me see what else. The festival goer. You just be having a good time enjoying the life. Whatever life got to me, I know how to integrate that shit. Oh, and the sun be shining on me all the time. That's what somebody's problem is. You get a lot of a fucking tension, baby. Somebody totally misconstrued you as being like an attention hog or a ham, or you need people. or you need to be with the entourage because people gravitate towards you. Oh, but guess what? Then this time they see you by yourself. What they don't know, I see, is tribe. You do move by yourself, and sometimes people do gravitate towards you, and sometimes they can sustain in your energy. Other times they cannot. This is somebody that wants to be in a position like you, but they can't really hold that. Take a chance. Take a chance. Lose again. Somebody thought that they could. They took a gamble with you. But in this case, the house always wins, honey. The house always. You're the house that always wins. You are the house that always wins. For somebody, this has to do with 10th house energy. The 10 of water is their saying. For all of you, this also has to do with 1st house energy. 1st house is all about the self-view, self-love. It's all about the self in the 1st house. Okay, 1st house energy, highly emphasized because that's on top of the 10th house energy. Has a lot to do with yourself. Has a lot to do with what you know to be true of you. The 10th house has a lot to do with your career, your long-term stuff, your structure, your status, your reputation, what other people think about you, your masculinity, your father energy, your male energy, your masculine energy. Has to do with fame and the way people see you. Okay? So there's that. And however that applies. You may know what your 1st house is. You may know what your 10th house is. If you don't, you may want to discover that some more. But let's see what else we have for you. Oh, look at this. We have text messages, all of which are unreplied. This is very strongly confirming what I said. You let them fucking vent. You heard what they had to say. And, it's like, okay, you're right, bye, type of shit. It's a lot of texts that they sent. A lot of things they had to say, and you really didn't reply to any of. There's no replies. It says, how are you? You there? Hello? Are you mad? Confused. This is not how friends treat friends. Piss off. I'm sorry. Look, they don't even know. They don't even know what they think. The number 1449 could be a significance for somebody, 1449. The numbers 1449 are giving me temperance plus emperor plus hermit. Ooh, interesting. So temperance. Opposites attract. It's about how you alchemize it. As an earth angel, you have a radical ability to integrate energies and be and still stay standing. You can integrate both soft and hard energies, and you know what to do with it to alchemize it. Emperor energy, you stand boss. You're the authority. Can't nobody tell you what to do. Okay? Hermit energy, and you walk off, because this is a solo journey anyway, so I wouldn't really try to take you forever. Oh, that part. Okay. And babies, childishness. Baby, this card yesterday came out talking about they throwing a whole fucking tantrum just like little babies do. This is child's play. Somebody's at the first stages of their awakening. Let them be there. They took a chance with you. And some of the things, if you did reply, the things that you said will sit in their consciousness. Maybe when they grow up, they'll be able to grasp what the fuck you said. Okay? Maybe. Let me see the bottom of the deck. There's that anxiety. There's that worry, the stress, all them smokes that they done put out. And the chemicals again. Yeah, they need to smoke natural tobacco if they're going to be smoking. Stop fucking smoking rat poisoning and arsenic. Like, bro, why is that shit even legal in our country? Like, I don't know. But then it's like, why is GMOs legal? And why can they put fucking, just a bunch of toxic shit. Anyway, there's a bunch of toxicity. There's been a whole bunch of stress. They need to take the trash out. Dump the ashtray, bitch. Dump the ashtray. Dump it. It's full of shit, of garbage. Dump it, okay? The trash needs to be taken out because it's a steaming pile of shit. It's a steaming pile of garbage. It stinks. It stinks. When they attitude say maybe you told them, well, you sure got a pissy attitude. Is that what you told him? Maybe. It's possible. Well, this is what I have coming out for you. At this time, I'm going to close you out with a yes or no answer to your personal question. Remember that yes or no as an answer does not mean good or bad. It simply means yes or no. Ask the question the first way you heard it because your highest self is very aware of the answer that's coming out. And your highest self gave you the perfect form for your question. You can ask about anything at all that you want to ask about. It does not have to relate to this reading, or it could if you'd like it to. The only rule is that it has a yes or no as an answer. I do this once, and it works for everybody. If you're going to ask about timing on things, be specific about timing. If you want to ask a yes or no question, you could throw some specifics in there to get a more accurate and defined answer. I'm just saying. But this will work once for all of you. This is what we have for you. So whether you watched it live or on the replay, if you got to the end of this video, put I'm a finisher in the comments for me. Let me know. Okay? Share it, hype it, like it. Do all the YouTube things if you choose to, because, you know, that just lets other tribe members like us link up. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how we grow more. That's how we keep expanding. Our channel is growing by leaps and bounds. I'm so excited about it. I freaking love it because it's indicative of where the energy is in human consciousness on Earth at this time. What do we have for the tribe? Is the answer today yes or no, yes or no, yes or no? What's the accurate answer for the tribe? Lord of mercy. First card out. First card out is the Ace of Spades. And if you've been with me before, the ace is the yes. You know that. If you're new, now you know. If we get an ace out, that means yes. A clear and specific yes. The Ace of Swords. That was also the Ace of Air energy that's over here, for those of you who care to know that. If the ace showed up at the bottom, which it did not, we had the star card show out at the bottom. However, if it was at the bottom, that would have been yes, and you already knew it. It doesn't fucking matter, because the first card out, the number one card, emphasis on the first house for somebody, absolutely, but yes. And yes is your answer, right? So again, remember, when you're bringing new energy to this old archaic system, don't be surprised when the system tries to reject or repel you. It has not much to do with, it's not indicative of you doing anything right or you're doing anything wrong. It just means that you're not, they can't cohabitate with you. They can't. Thank you. Thank you. That's a perfect way to describe it. They say when you introduce a foreign object or a substance to the human body, like chemicals or like nanobots, nanotechnology, and the injections that they like to give people, heavy metals and shit. This is why humans get sick. This is why humans get sick. Often because they've introduced elements that are not natural to the organism. And so the human body will naturally repel it, reject it. I do the best fucking fake nails ever, but they have to be maintained to stay on. I mean, granted, my clients could come in once a month, once every 2 months. I've had them even go once every 3 months, and the fucking shit will stay on that good. But if they don't maintain what is fake on top of the real, it will fall off eventually. Okay. But it does require maintenance. Well, something that's happened here and what Spirit is put in you to introduce to the person or the situation algorithm or the algorithm of the matrix is, it's like the antibodies of the natural organism rejecting the fake shit. Yeah. You're pointing out facts. You're bringing truth to the table. It's an organic organism. The human body is an organic organism. So all these people that think that putting chemicals in it is going to be beneficial in any fucking way, they got another thing coming. Like, that's fools. That's fool shit. Like, how you think? I mean, it's a reason why you don't put chemicals on organic organism. I'm just saying. Okay. So remember, that when the matrix tries to out you, tries to attack, you're definitely doing something right, baby. So stay on your game, stay in your power, and let them do what the fuck they want to do, because they don't have no fucking decisions about you. They don't have no bearing on you. You are the center of your world. The universe does revolve around you, and theirs will revolve around them the way that they make it to. They got decisions and declarations to make too. Well, Lord of mercy. If they start spewing that toxicity and that ugly shit, I'm just saying. Yeah. They might get some pretty shit in. You know what I'm saying? If all they keep looking for is the ugly and the hate and the, literally, I feel like, again, they're bringing me back to jealousy, envy, and insecurity. If they start comparing themselves to everybody else and hating on everybody else where they find something better in somebody else, and start looking at, what they could appreciate about self, like they could change their whole fucking reality. And guess what? All you are is a highlighter, baby. You come through and you highlight shit. Like you can't help it, baby. You walk in the room and you just be bopping and grooving. They got a song playing. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. Okay. I walk up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say they're up now, up now, up now. Cause all I do is win, 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 and that's your vibes, bro. So you gonna fuck some fucks up. Anybody who is in their low vibes, everybody who is in victim mode, and that's where they live, and that's their comfort zone, like they ain't getting no sympathy around here. Because like I said earlier, you got the wrong bitch. Got the wrong bitch, yeah. Okay, we ain't playing. We came to be true. We came to be authentic too. Like I'm just saying, we ain't playing this fake shit with them. You are here. And they told me, and you are queer. Yes, I am. You might not be, but I am. But we're all gay. You might not be gay in the same way as me, but baby, we are happy because I'm happy. And a lot of you, that's all you had to do to piss somebody off was be happy as fuck, baby. I heard gay as a bird in a tree. Okay. This is what I have for you, my love. I'll be back again. So if you're new here, you just found us, make sure you hit that subscribe. I did promise you that at 11:11, I will go live as soon as I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers on our subscriptions. The subscription is free. Some of y'all want to tip me. I received that. I'm worthy of that. I fucking deserve that. And the way to make sure I get 100% of that is below the video. Thank you if that's you. If it's not you, your likes, the hypes, all that shit, it just grows our channel. And this is our channel. I'm not like that chick at the social group. She picked up the microphone. She said, this is my group. I can do anything I want. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, without all these people, you wouldn't have a fucking group. You need to acknowledge your people more. And I like to see is all the times I have been on this camera, and I tell you, this is not my channel. This is our channel for us to receive what we need, because our tribe is so powerful, so potent. It's a rarity still today. There will be a time where our energy is not such a rarity, but we ain't there yet. So we got to hold this shit down. And so anywhere where you felt like you was alone, you were the back sheep, you were the only one, baby, now you know you're not. We're a worldwide tribe. And if you're not done, you need some more meat and potatoes for your soul. Go through any of the lives. Go to the live tab on the channel. I'm always recording live. There's shit that's old as fuck on here, but it's all timeless. So it's all relevant. There's always techniques. There's always laws of the universe. There's always mind mechanics in every fucking recording. So if you want some more meat and potatoes, you ain't done yet. You about to hit the gym. You about to hit the job. You about to hit the road. Whatever you're doing. You want to listen to some more feeding for your soul. Some more empowerment for your energy field. We got plenty here for you. Keep coming back. I'll be back. Until next time. Sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.